Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another manga review. And once again, we're going to be taking a look at Fairy Tail with volume 28 from Hiro Mashima, which is the continuation of the Sirius Island arc and the battle against Grimoire Heart. And I gotta say, man, every volume it gets better and better in my opinion. So many great revelations, great battles. You get so many tonal shifts between on the verge of tears, at least for me anyway, with these characters, and then laughing my ass off with the battle of Lucy against Kane, and, Juvia and Merity, being brought to tears. I mean, it's crazy, man, but again, we saw some more battles. Slowly but surely, the Seven Kin of Purgatory are being defeated, right? We saw Loki defeat Capricorn, who we learned Capricorn is actually a celestial spirit who was contracted to Layla, Lucy's mother, many years ago. And for whatever reason, she gave Capricorn's key to this man named Zoldio, who, if you look at him, he just looks like a bad guy. And he was able to manifest and become that spirit, gain its power, and join Grimoire Heart. And after Loki defeated him, Capricorn returned back to normal and is now a spirit working for Lucy. Then we had Lucy fight Kane Hickory, who is the Moscow of this series. Moscow from Eden Zero. And that was a fun battle. Natsu and Happy were there helping, and there was a cute scene with Nat for all the Nalu shippers with Natsu and Lucy, high-fiving them all fired up. That was great, man. And they defeated them, and then you had the battle with Juvia versus Merity, and I really feel for Merity because she's just a little girl who had her village destroyed when she was a child, and she still really is a child. And she was raised by villains, so what do you really expect there? But she does have a heart because she cares for Ultir. And she used the sense link magic to share feelings and damage with, Juvia, Gray, and then Merity, and they could all feel their emotions. And Juvia felt deep down in there that Merity actually has a kind heart and cares for her adoptive mother, Ultir, and while Juvia cares for Gray, and they embrace, and it was fantastic, man. And then it ended with Gray approaching Ultir, and we learned that Ultir is actually the daughter of Or, the one who taught Gray ice magic years and years ago. So let's get right to it. We got all the young versions of them on the cover here with Gildarts, and some revelations in this one, particularly with Kana and the return of Gildarts. So let's jump right into it, man. This is another great volume. So, goddamn, right away we get some etchy scenes with Lucy, my girl, of her new smoking hot celestial spirit gear. And here they are, in a J-pop concert. I'm not complaining. But they sent Carla out there to scout for, survivors. And they found a camp, and basically they mentioned that everyone's injured. Gajiel, Mira, Panther Lily, Lasana, everyone's injured, The only ones that aren't injured are these few, and then Gray's out there, Urzah's out there. I guess Juvia's injured, too, because she dropped to the ground after their battle. And then Mest, who we now know his name is Doranbolt, he works at the Magic Council, and he actually took the communication lacrima from the boat because Lahar told him to contact Grandoma so they can use a Therion and destroy the entire island. But Doranbolt doesn't want to do it because, he's seen through Wendy and through the others here that they're kind-hearted souls, and they just want to protect. This is their sacred ground where the first master, Mavis Vermilion, is buried. They want to protect their island and fend off the foes who have invaded their land, which you can't blame them. So, Ultir is saying, "Oh, Gray, I've been looking for you. I'm helping you. I've been trying to find Zeref because Zeref is Or's will." And then Gray's remembering, Zeref was the one who created Deliora. Deliora was the one who killed Or and Gray's father, and if Gray had any siblings, I'm not sure. I don't think he did. Destroyed his whole village. But it's unbelievable. Then, more etchy scenes. We got our girl Urzah. Urzah had her night outfit on before. Now, why is she running around in a bikini? Again, I'm not really complaining, but it's just funny. Maybe because it's raining? I don't know. But she's running looking for people, looking for Wendy, looking for whoever. And then Azuma shows up and says, "I killed Wendy. I finished her." Urzah, "No, you can't defeat Wendy." And then this guy right here, who we saw, there was a shadowy figure named Blue Note Stinger on the ship. And he was really eager to join the battle. And Hades says, because if one more was defeated, he'd send Blue Note out there. And, Merity was defeated. As well as who else? Zancro and Capricorn and Kane. A bunch of Grimoire Hearts been defeated already. So, Blue Note's out there. And Hades says, sorry, Makarov, I never thought I'd have to use him in this operation. So Hades, this guy's so powerful, Hades didn't even want to use him. It's like a last resort. And as they made their way to the camp here, what Carla said was they're going to leave Lily behind at the camp because everyone's injured, and the only ones who aren't are Lysana and Levy, who really aren't too powerful. So Lily's there to protect them, and then this asshole shows up, Rusty Rose. So as that's happening, we have Lucy, Happy, Carla, Wendy, and Natsu, along with the wounded Makarov, making their way to find Hades or find members of Grimoire Heart when they confront Blue Note Stinger. And he asks them, can you fly? Fall! Look at this fucking guy. Grimoire Heart, Sub-Commander, Blue Note Stinger. And he's got this insane gravity magic where they can't move. So those guys are getting attacked by Blue Note. Rusty Rose just appeared before all the wounded, the two ladies, and Panther Lily. And Azuma is ready to face Urzah. And Urzah feels this terrible magic power. And Azuma says, he's here. Blue Note, this war is over. No life will remain on this island. So Blue Note says he doesn't care about Fairy Tail or Zeref. He's just looking for Mavis Vermilion's grave. To which it cuts to Kana, who, again, why did Kana put Lucy to sleep? She's like, oh, go to sleep, Lucy. I gotta go find the grave. She still thinks the S-Class test is going on, despite all her friends and family being attacked by these people. And she just cares about this friggin' grave? But she does manage to find the grave, to which it's glowing. And look how cute this is. Oh my god. Regis drew Happy and Carla as two cat kids. Look how cute Happy is as a cat boy and Carla. Oh, I love that. So there's a light glowing, magic power glowing from the grave here. It's one of Fairy Tail's great magics. There's 3 great magics of Fairy Tail, and they all are as powerful as Fairy Law. We've only ever seen Fairy Law, but this power is called Fairy Glitter. And Blue Note is there looking for that magic power, but Kana is there. She's right getting the magic power as we speak. And he's asking them, take me to the grave. And Natsu, he's putting up a fight. You creep! We're not taking you to the first master's grave. He just fires a blast at them. They can't even stand up. So, and then he sees Makarov on the ground there. Oh, I'll ask the old man there. He'll tell me. And, they're defending it. And then, this is the great backstory of Kana right here. Another tear-jerking moment, but we get more backstory of Kana. 12 years ago, when she found out that her mother, well, she didn't find out, her mother did pass, she probably lived with her mother. Her mother passed away and basically said that her father was at Fairy Tail. So she makes her way there, and her father is Gildarts. And she confronts him, but what we know of Gildarts is he goes out on a lot of jobs. He stops at the guild, hangs out for a bit, and then goes back on another job. So she made her way there, and, he just walked right by, he didn't recognize her. And as the years went by, Gildarts is like, oh, Kana, you've grown up so well. Oh, I got to go on another job. So, and you see her aging, like, goes, oh, so sad. Look at her, just like, oh no. And as the years went by, she never got the courage to ask. But she decided, once she became an S-Class wizard, she'd have the rank to be able to tell her father the truth. And she's actually failed the S-Class test 4 times in a row. And I think that might have to do with her drinking habit. You've seen her in the early volumes. She's always guzzling. And here she's a nice youth. And she's got clothes on. She's not wearing the bra. But, just a tragedy, man. This is when she told Lucy many volumes ago. And we got it sort of cut out because Lucy was being told the story. And we had these exact same scenes. And they were like empty word bubbles. So that's when Lucy agreed, and she was crying too. Like, no, I'll be your partner, Kana. We'll win. You'll be an S-Class wizard, and you can tell your father the truth. And then she gets this Lucy card. Help, help, help. Because before she put Lucy to sleep, she gave Lucy, they were teaming up, right? She gave Lucy a card saying, if you need help, just let me know. And then as the card's ringing, she starts crying because she knows the truth. There's no need to do this S-Class quest anymore because the whole guild is in danger. All these villains are on the island, and you're just worried about a quest. Just grow some balls and tell your father the truth. So she starts screaming like, no, Lucy's being hurt. And she pleads to the grave here that she needs the power to save her friends. And then again, we get some more flashbacks here to young Kana with Macau and Gray and Mira Jane, oh, I love it when they're so cute as they're young kids. And Lucy, I love this guild. And this is the voice of Mavis. Then you don't have anything to fear. Mistakes are not shackles to hold you back, but sustenance to nurture the heart. Now go, I will lend you fairy glitter. So Kana's got fairy glitter. She got like this new tattoo. That's the magic power right there. Ready to save her friends. This may be my last fight, but I've got to save my guildmates. So as they're all getting their asses beat by Blue Note here, she makes her way for a devastating attack, and Blue Note sees it. It can't be! But he's able to stop Kana because, you know, she has the fairy glitter ability, but this guy's still as OP as hell. And they're all happy that Kana's there. Well, Natsu makes a comment like, oh, you made it to the grave, so you are S-class. You know, you guys are in the middle of a life or death battle here. You're so worried about the stupid test. So this guy, just look at the look in his face. He's basically saying that, you know, she's weak, she can't harness the power, and he's going to take it anyway. And Natsu's fighting, trying to do what he can, and he's able to use his fire attack from behind to sort of distract Blue Note as Kana harnesses some power. And again, it's like, impossible, how's she doing that? Fairy glitter! And she fires this attack at him. Whoa! Fall! But it's not enough. The guy's still too powerful. And he knocks Kana back. And he's like, don't make me laugh. You're just a weakling. You can't harness that power. I will take it from you, even if it's on your corpse. And as he's ready to essentially obliterate the rest of the group there, Gildarts comes in for the save to save his daughter and his other guildmates. Look at his face. He's fucking pissed, man. And we've seen Gildarts from his battle of Natsu, and he was holding back there. So he can definitely go toe-to-toe with Blue Note. And Blue Note, he's got veins in his head, too. So, you know, Gildarts, get away from here. I'll take on this asshole. You know, these fools getting tossed around. And just look at how epic this is. The two fists clashing. Just all the energy in the air. All the, you know, crazy. Look at everyone's face there. Look at Wendy and Lucy. Ah! But, you know, they're just getting ready for their standoff. And Gildarts sends them on their way. And he says, they wanted to take this test. There's a lot more passion in the hearts of these kids than adults think. These kids were determined to step forward into the future, and you tread all over that. So, he's not messing around here. And this Rusty Rose appears to be attacked by somebody as everyone has shocked looks. Who the hell are you? And it's Freed and Bixlow who returned. And basically what happened is they were all part of the S-Class test, and they were defeated easily. They actually said that they lost on purpose to Kana and Lucy, which may or may not have been true, to repay their debt. And they were on their way back with Gildarts back to the guild, but they saw the flare in the air, and they said, fuck, we gotta go protect our guild. So the two of them are here, Dark Ecriture, Pain, and attacking this asshole Rusty Rose. And these guys are pretty powerful. I mean, they're close enough to being S-Class because they were working with Loxus for so long. And everyone is doing quite well. And we get the narration from Lucy. The Battle of Sirius Island was heading for an end. We all believed in our victory. And everyone's doing quite well. Gildarts holding his own against Blue Note. All this crew running back with Master. These two saving the day, saving the wounded. Urzah battling Azuma. And Gray confronting Ult here. And then we get the scene of this boy here. I guess back in Magnolia. Yes, we believed. And then look at this beautiful shot of Urzah. So as they continue the battle here, again, Rusty Rose of his imagination magic, you know, he's just whatever he thinks. And the two of them going head to head. This is going to be epic. I can't wait to watch this in the anime, man. Just watching these panels here, incredible. Urzah going full speed ahead at Azuma. And we've seen Azuma, I believe, probably next to Blue Note, is probably the strongest at Grimoire Heart because he took down everyone with such ease already. Because Mira Jane's no slouch. So the two of them are doing battle. Urzah has to keep equipping and doing, you know, different armors. And basically she reveals to him that she doesn't really care about fighting strong opponents. She just uses her power to protect her friends. She could care less about being strong. It's just a means to an end to protect the people she loves. And he reveals his lost magic, the Arboreal Arc, which essentially controls the trees. And basically, you see right there the panel, but he ingrains himself into the roots. And he says, this isn't what I have chosen, you understand, but since I'm under orders, I have no choice. What have you done to our sacred island? So he ingrains his whole essence into the trees and uproots the giant tree that is Sirius Island and knocks it down. And as that happens, everyone begins to collapse. Natsu's group is all collapsing. They say their strength is disappearing. All the wounded here are disappearing. Gray, Fried and Bixlow, even Gildarts. They're all collapsing, losing their magic power. And then it cuts over to Hades. Gildarts, Makarov used to put a strong piece on the guild. I never thought that anyone besides myself could stop Blue Note in his tracks. Yes, it took quite a bit of time, but we now have control of the magic of Sirius Island. The slim chance that Fairy Tail might have won is completely gone. So, because of the fact this dude is Master Prect, he's the second master of Fairy Tail, he knows all the secrets of Fairy Tail. To which Azuma reveals the fact that Sirius Island, the sacred tree there, essentially, it's a protection spell that protects anyone who bears the Fairy Tail Guild emblem and increases their magic power as well as warding death. Right? Rendering its protection from death. Yep, okay. So, not only does this tree give them magic power, it powers them up slightly. It keeps them from dying. That's how you can explain Mira Jane surviving that blast. And as it's falling, everyone's magic power is being drained. And Azuma has a proposition and says, come out with your full might, and if you win, I'll give you the power to protect your friends. So everyone is completely helpless here. And Urzah knows what she has to do. And she questions, will you really restore the tree if I defeat you? Yes. I never liked this plan, but I had to follow orders. So Urzah's going at it full force, and she's got her Heaven's Wheel armor here, throwing all her blades. But this dude controlling all the trees and really controlling the whole might of Sirius Island. Defends himself, protects himself from all those blades. And he's using all this tree magic, essentially controlling all the trees, creating these fists and everything. Attacking Urzah, keeps her equipping into different armors. That's the really fast armor to try and evade, but to no avail. And, in the middle of this epic battle, everyone's about to die. And she's thinking about doing the fan servicey outfit here to distract Azuma. Come on, Urzah. But she decides to go into this armor, essentially creating the fairy sword, the fairy red cherry blossom, Yoto Benzakura. And she forgoes all her armor to create the most powerful blade she can. Ready for an epic showdown with Azuma. But it doesn't really work out in her favor, and the tree engulfs her, Terra Clamor, and destroys her. As she's lying there, bloody and bruised. And then he says, the fairy queen Titania has been defeated. And then it cuts over here to Jalal in the prison, saying, Urzah. And he's muttering to himself, muttering Urzah, and these guys start torturing him, like, oh, what are you muttering, some kind of curse? How could you? And he says, Urzah, don't lose. You can feel Urzah all the way over there. And Urzah hears this and questions, am I hearing Jalal's voice? No, I can't stand. I have to stand for everyone in our guild. And starts slashing at him. Thinking more about Jalal and the past and everything. And you see she's being tied up in this tree, and it appears she's being blown to bits there, right? And in her last moments here, she starts thinking about all her friends. And all the times they protect her, and all the times she's protect them. And gets the strength. And really what happens here is, you would think, why is Urzah still standing after everyone else is falling from the tree collapsing? Well, Azuma gave all the power of the tree to Urzah, essentially all the power of all the other guildmates. And she harnesses all the power from all her guildmates for one last attack. Look at the shock in Azuma's face, too. And she slices him down. And Azuma, I don't really think he was a bad guy. Because every time, in all his battles, he kept talking about fighting a worthy opponent, which he did in Urzah here. And he mentioned before he destroyed Sirius Island, he said, look, I didn't want to do this, but Master Hades said I have to. You have to obey orders. So he was sliced down and defeated. And then Jalal must feel it too, and because he's smiling on. So Azuma turns himself into a fucking tree to essentially become the new tree of Sirius Island. And he says, I'm going to return your friend's magic power to them. And she asks him about Jalal. And he says, I've heard he lost reason when he was possessed by the ghost of Zareth. Even though Zareth is alive. From what I hear, Jalal is a sad man who descended into nihilism. Was he someone special to you? I'm sorry about that. I think that was all Voltaire's doing. I heard that it was a plan 8 years in the making that managed to take the eyes of the council off of us for a short time. She's a very frightening woman, so it makes sense that Master Hades places trust in her. And basically he talks about the great magic world, which they want, as he vanishes into the tree. And essentially, the giant tree of Sirius Island has collapsed, but Azuma had enough power to essentially, you see, he turned himself into a fucking tree here. Some bushes, really. And everyone's back into fighting spirit after that little conflict. And Gildarts stand up against Blue Note again. And this was pretty cool, too. So what happened was, to get a surprise attack on Rusty Rose, Bixlow takes his mask off to control Elfman, and Elfman attacks him. So I like that. And look at Gildarts, man. Like, look at his hairdo. Like, Gildarts is pretty badass. And I understand that they sort of have to write Gildarts off because he's so OP. Like, he helped Natsu with the test and then he disappeared. You would think he would be mopping the floor with Grimoire Heart. But that wouldn't really make for a good story. So you have to have him fight this super strong opponent. And he can't really mop the floor with Grimoire Heart like we'd all want him to. But yeah, Freed and Bixlow take care of Rusty Rose. And Gildarts defeats Blue Note. So really the only one left is Ultier. And again, Ultier trying to deceive Gray is basically saying, you know, we need to get Or's will. And the only way we can do that is if you defeat Hades. It's an inside job. It's like, who the fuck believes that? So Gray says he's going to do it. Even though, how many times did he try Ice Shell and gone back on his promise? Because he tried it against Leon way back when. And I think he tried it against Racer too. But Natsu stopped him all of those different times. And so the gang makes their way here to the wounded. And sees everyone wounded. And it's like, oh, what's going on here? And Merity makes her way over to Ultier. And they have Zareth. And then, basically, Ultier reveals that, you know, we're deceiving Gray, and he's just a pawn. He's going to keep Hades' eyes off us while we escape with Zareth. Ha ha ha. It's an excellent plan. And she asks Merity why she's protecting Juvia. You know, they had their heart-to-heart in the last volume. And Merity's like, no, don't kill her. She can't fight anyway. She's unconscious, and she's really a sweet person after all. And as Ultier's ready to strike down Juvia, Gray comes in for the save, saving his girl. Oh, man. And basically he reveals, all you told me was a shit, you know? I knew you were deceiving me from the start, and I'm not going to let you hurt Juvia or anyone. I'm going to defeat you and then defeat Hades. So that's that. And then he rips his shirt off, ready to throw down. Look at Ultier power. Yep, I'm the leader of the seven kin of purgatory. Getting ready to fight. To be continued. So holy crap, man. Oh my god. Another fantastic volume. Oh, look at my girl Lucy. But, yeah, I thought it was great. I really did. I enjoyed seeing Gildarts return, protecting everybody. Who didn't love this, too, in the beginning? Let's see it again. Where's, Wow! So, anyway. Yeah, Urzah taking care of Azuma. And I feel like some of the members of the Seven Kin are conflicted. I definitely think Merity is. I don't think Azuma was necessarily a bad guy. He just wanted to fight a strong opponent. And, well, Ultier's obviously bad. She's trying to deceive Gray, even still. But, fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens next. I mean, next volume, just take care of Ultier, and I guess Hades. That's it, right? So, who's going to be in the final battle against Hades? Find out next time. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And stay tuned for more reviews and videos coming soon.